Hey, my name's Kevin. I'm training for the Triple Crown of 200's. That's 3 non-repetitive 200-mile races put on by Destination Trail Races. The first one is Bigfoot 200 out in Washington State. Second one is Tahoe 200, circumnavigates Lake Tahoe. And the third one is Moab 240. They sneak in an extra 40 miles on you. And that one is a big loop out, away, and back to Moab.
So tell me a little bit what your training is like this year.
So I did my first 200 miler last year, and training from my perspective was pretty high volume. I think I hit about 1,700 miles before I got to the first 200. This year's been a little lighter, but a little more consistent, and just a lot of volume with some shorter speed work in there to keep me honest, and yeah, a lot of race day prep and testing things out on long runs, and just getting ready mentally for being out there for 3+ days.
And so what is speed work for an ultra runner?
Oh, that's a great question. Ask someone else. That's why I hire a coach, is because I can assign myself long days in the mountains. I can go up and slog and get tons of volume in. I hire a coach to make me do what I don't want to do, and that is, running fast and getting uncomfortable in that way. For me, speed work could be anything like, a certain number of 2 to 3 minute bursts at tempo pace, or an extended tempo, 20-30 minutes, or something more fartlek based where it's short bursts, and then do a lot of hill work too, which everyone says hill work is speed work in disguise, and it is. You're running hard and over a short period of time. So those are things that I wouldn't do on my own that a coach has sort of made me able to do.
That's great. And what has been the highlight of training so far this season?
So the way my training was structured this year is I raced a lot of training races, and that's been really fun. Kind of a cool way to shoot some adrenaline into the training program when you might be a little jaded. So I actually raced every weekend in June, so I had about 5 months of hard training under my belt and was starting to get a little sick of it, and then it's like, oh, fun races. So I think the month of June was the highlight, where I got to race every weekend, and none of them were A races, but they were fun.
And what are you most excited about with the Triple Crown?
It's going to be a huge ego boost. Not that I need one. No, but in all seriousness, I just think it's really cool to see what the human body's capable of. Like, I'm nothing special. I just work hard at creating a very specific machine that's capable of doing these things, I hope. And I just want to prove to myself that I can do it.
What has been the biggest challenge?
Biggest challenge. I feel like I've had a really knock on all this wood. I've had a really lucky year. I haven't had many challenges. I have a history where I came back from double hip surgery to do these things, so there certainly has been challenges in my past. But this year has been smooth sailing so far. I think the challenges are still ahead of me, but I think just getting to the first start line is going to be a win.
And why 200s? Why the Triple Crown?
I like running really slow. I like fast packing and backpacking and just spending time out in the mountains. And that's what these are tailored for. It's kind of just like a long fast packing adventure with support. So I just think those are really cool. You never get, going back to kind of what speed work is, you never get that. It's death by 1,000 cuts as opposed to overwhelming death. So I like that better. I think it's more fun, more of an adventure.
Great. Thank you.